Look at the animation for that. Clouding him in a complete dome. And he's gonna walk that shit off like it's nothing. This is what he can do to someone and they completely walk it off. I don't know how anyone's winning a fucking fight in this series. Okay, they fucking cooked. They even have 2D horse animation. That shit's unheard of. Oh! Launching yourself off the fallen rubble. Damn, that horse means business. Man, I love that they're letting the camera be so far back as we see just such scale of destruction. It honestly does remind me of how they did the fights in Babylonia. Like, what the fuck? Why do we got the detail for a fraction of a second like that? You know, I'll be honest, if America's left standing after this, I'll be honestly surprised. He called Gilgamesh weak as a warrior. She's the daughter of the god of war Ares. Interesting. That is making some sense with what I've seen of her now. I love how bro is like, alright, you're right. I should only reveal my fucking name when there's a good answer. Anyway, that's you, so I'm king. I'm Richard, king of the England. Jesus Christ, all I can say is just holy shit. Gotta be one of the craziest Fate episodes I can remember watching in years. I just sit back as someone who has consumed everything Fate. And just leaving complete speechless, drooling. I'm making a mess of myself. When you can have my boy Gil, or a farming king, go up against Heracles, Hippo, daughter of the god of war. Archer versus archer. True archer versus fake archer. And then you introduce a rider. Everyone's got fucking bows right now. It got so fucking bad that bro's homie had to separate them and say, hey, big dogs, we don't need nukes going off on day one. How about we all cool down and come back later? What the fuck would have happened if they didn't disarm that situation? I don't even know. Holy shit. Got this far in the video, though. You know what to do. Drop a like, show your support. Subscribe if you're new around here. Patreon's where you can catch my full live reactions, all this fake greatness, and more. Also does help on the channel and videos just like these. This dude's fucking cool. The whole time, I'm like, I don't know who the fuck this is. And I gotta be real, I feel a little ashamed of myself, because I used to know a lot about Greek and Roman mythology, but over the years, I've forgotten a lot. The whole time I'm like, man, that kind of looks like they're trying to say Hercules, but I was like, well, that's not how you spell Hercules. I'm a fucking idiot. I forgot about how, depending on the Greek or Roman version, it's spelled differently. I'm just like, oh, fuck me. Heracles is the Greek name for the legendary hero, while Hercules is the Roman adaptation of the name. And I'm like, oh, that makes a lot of sense, man. Though I will say, Hippo being the child of Ares, which we know is the god of war, probably a lot of people know that one. And Orteria, which I'm actually not familiar with. That's a new one for me. But being the queen of the Amazons and slain by the big dog himself is very interesting. I find that dynamic fascinating because while this is certainly not the first time, and it won't be the last time, that two servants being summoned come from the same story, right? It usually takes a while before you get revealed to that, you know? As typically, if you think of stuff like Fate Zero as an example with Arthur and, say, Lancelot, that takes a bit to be revealed. So to just drop it right away, I found that interesting. And also, I really found it interesting how kind of pissed off she was, the fact that you were willing to target a child. It's actually kind of funny, though, because when you actually think about it, right? Unless my memory's mistaken, I believe it was in Unlimited Blade Works. Wasn't Gil okay targeting children? And now in this show, he's basically saying, stop targeting children, damn it, and target me. It's really funny because it's like the most Gil thing known to man. Do as I say, not as I do. If I want to target children, I will do it. Because I'm him. But if you do it, it's an issue. It's like the absolute biggest double standard. And wasn't it also against Hercules? If I'm not mistaken. I could be misremembering my fate. It's been a bit. Either way, that's fucking hilarious. I just love Gil so fucking much. I will say, though, they finally revealed on this side of the story after a jam session. Because keep in mind, this is the brilliant thing about Fate Strange Fate. As 3 nuclear bombs are about to go off, ring, just fucking jamming on the old guitar string. So she really just doesn't want to be involved in this, and I understand completely. That's probably one of the most normal reactions if you know the gravity of the situation. I'm not your master, go, don't reveal your name, blah, blah, blah. And bro just is like, hey, this is the dude who killed me. And she's like, yeah, you probably shouldn't reveal that, because if you reveal that, that will kind of expose your name. And he's like, well, I was gonna do it anyway. And bro's like, hey, I'm Richard, King of England, bitch. Nice to meet ya. I found that funny because I need to see him and Gil have a sit down. You know the Banquet of Kings, the best episode of Fate in Fate Zero? I need that, but with kid who stole old El Emilio's rider artifact. I need Richard, and I need Gil to sit down and have a Banquet of Kings. I think that'd be the funniest fucking scene known to man. Especially because old Waver would end up getting a selfie of said Banquet of Kings and probably would shit himself. I mean, this is certainly going to be one of the more, if not the most interesting Fates, because whether you're newer into Fate or a veteran, the season's just going to be fun, but it also is just playing by such odd rules that just make it next to impossible to predict. Like, I mean, if you're going to tell me that this man isn't even supposed to be considered the strongest, that he ain't the true arch, like, what the fuck are you saying to me? I just think it's wonderfully produced. They must have a second season or something planned, because there's no way they're telling a full story in 12, 13 episodes, right? I mean, I thought maybe that was possible in the early stages if shit was just going to rapidly escalate, but if we didn't kill anyone in this episode off, which I felt was actually fairly likely given how quickly things are happening, this has to be a multi-season planned show, like a lot of Fates, so like 2 cores, right? Either way, what a fucking episode, man. I think this moment in particular was probably my favorite, because essentially, Gil's been in a very good mood, right? Like, this is probably the happiest we've seen Gil since, I don't even think this is up for debate, Carnival Phantasm. That's like the happiest we've seen Gil, the silliest we've seen Gil. But, you know, he's got a lot of good things going for him. His friends here, you know, but also there's still that element of the sauciness, the spiciness when things are removed. I love the trollish nature, and these two are going to fucking throw hands and just have the time of their life. And if anyone interrupts that, they're going to be deeply pissed off. To use a character like, what do you mean they were a primer, bro? For the bigger dog. I mean, you gotta love the confidence in someone like Gilgamesh when he can look at someone who can withstand that and says, bring out your true weapon. And he's like, you're not worthy. Gilgamesh, I love you, man, but I think that proved he was worthy. But hey, what do I know? I'm not the all-seeing king, huh? Fantastic fucking episode. One of the best. I'm sure they'll top it many times over before we're done. But you can let me know your thoughts down below, whether if you are source reader or just a hardcore fan like myself. What did you think of this week's episode? Do you agree with me, one of the craziest episodes, or do you got a different feeling? Let me know. Drop a like, share, support, subscribe. If you're new around here, you know Patreon for live reactions and exclusives live over there. And hey, while you're over there, I'll also give you a video shout out to show my support to my wonderful patrons. All right, so today we got a little big trouble. Don't show my name. Don't tell me what to do. Andre, Darthwin Wright, Eric Barton, Jeff, Don, and we also have Restart Coon. So I appreciate the support. Please take care. Y'all have a good one.